My beloved child, stop right where you are and be still. This is not an accident of an algorithm or a random moment in your day. It is a divine appointment, a sacred collision between my sovereignty and your destiny. I've heard the silent tears you shed when the lights are low, and I have felt the exhaustion deep within your bones. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who knows the end from the beginning. And I am telling you, now stop scrolling. Do not treat this as mere entertainment, for this is a military decree from the throne of grace, tailored specifically for the battle you are facing in this very hour. You have been fighting battles in your own strength for far too long, trying to explain your heart to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. But today, I am calling you to a different strategy, a path of power that the world cannot comprehend. I am instructing you to enter into a period of absolute holy silence for the next 24 hours. Do not defend yourself. Do not argue. Do not use human words to try and fix spiritual problems that only my hand can resolve. In this sacred window of time, your silence will become your most powerful weapon. When you stop speaking, you finally give me the room to move on your behalf. I am the God who parts the Red Sea, and I am preparing to do the same for the obstacles blocking your path. But you must be still to witness the miracle I'm about to perform. If you ignore this warning and continue to lean on your own understanding, you will miss the supernatural shift I've prepared for this exact moment. I'm already moving behind the scenes, rearranging the stars, shifting hearts of influence, and dismantling the traps that were set for your feet by the enemy. Your enemies expect you to fight back with words to crumble under pressure or to lash out in frustration, but my silence within you will cause utter confusion in their camp. This is your moment of transition from the victim to the victor. As you commit to this 24-hour fast of words, you are signaling to the heavens that you trust my timing more than your own. The breakthrough is not just coming, it is already at your door, waiting for the stillness of your soul to unlock it. Prepare yourself, for the next 24 hours will change everything you thought you knew about my power. My precious one, as you remain in this atmosphere of my presence, I want to reveal the 5 divine rewards that await you as you complete this journey of silence. This is not a hollow promise. It is a covenant I am making with you today. First, I am placing a divine shield around you and your household. This shield is not made of wood or stone, but of my very glory, covering your children, your finances, and your health. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because I am the one standing guard at your gates. Secondly, the heavy fog that has clouded your judgment is dissolving right now. In this stillness, I am granting you mental clarity. You will no longer stumble in the dark or wonder which path to take. I am sharpening your discernment, allowing you to see through the lies of the adversary and hear my whisper with unmistakable precision. Do not turn away, for the revelation I am pouring out is the key to the doors you have been pounding on for years. The third reward of your obedience is the confusion of your enemies. While you remain quiet, the very people who plotted for your downfall will find themselves entangled in their own webs. I am turning their schemes into stepping stones for your promotion, for when you are silent, I am your defense attorney in the courts of heaven. Fourthly, prepare for sudden provision. The resources that have been held up by spiritual blockages, the finances, the favors, and the opportunities are being released into your hands. I am opening the storehouses of heaven because you have shown me that your trust is in the provider, not the provision. Finally, I am granting you restored authority. You will walk out of this season no longer as a victim of circumstances, but as a commander of your destiny. You will speak to the mountains and they will move for you, have learned the secret of the secret place. Stay with me until the end of this message, for each word is a brick in the foundation of your new life, and the seal of this miracle depends on your readiness to receive the full weight of my glory. I have seen you, my child, struggling under a weight that seems to have no name. and I have watched you carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. I see the chronic weariness that no amount of sleep can cure, a deep-seated tiredness that has seeped into your very soul, making every step feel like you are walking through thick, heavy mud. You feel as though you are being watched not by my eyes of love, but by a shadow of dread that follows you from room to room, whispering that something terrible is about to happen. There is a constant noise in your mind that will not cease, a cacophony of past mistakes, what-ifs, and voices of accusation that drown out my still, small voice. I've seen you try to explain your heart to those around you, desperate to be understood, only to have your words twisted and used as weapons against you. You feel a suffocating pressure in your chest and a literal choked sensation in your throat, as if the very air of your destiny is being cut off. This is not merely the stress of life. It is the evidence of a spiritual siege designed to break your spirit before you reach the threshold of your greatest miracle. Do you wonder why you find yourself startled awake at 3 a.m., your heart racing, and your mind filled with shadows? It is because the enemy knows that is the hour I call my chosen ones to deep communion, and he seeks to colonize that sacred time with terror instead of revelation. I see the stagnation in your storehouse, the way your finances seem to vanish as soon as they arrive, escaping like water through a sieve, leaving you in a perpetual state of not enough despite your faithfulness. I've witnessed the sudden groundless arguments that erupt out of nowhere with the people you love most, leaving you feeling isolated, rejected, and completely alone even in a crowded room. You feel a strange irritability, a loss of motivation, and a sudden desire to hide away from the world and give up on the dreams I whispered into your spirit years ago. You feel as if a glass ceiling has been placed over your head, stopping every prayer and every effort just short of a breakthrough. These 20 signs are not your identity. They are the indicators that the enemy is terrified of what is about to be birthed through your life. I am pointing these signs out to you today, not to cause you fear, but to give you the clarity you have been seeking. You are experiencing this intensity because you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. The enemy does not waste his arrows on those who are stagnant. He targets those who are on the verge of a divine promotion. Every symptom you have, felt the brain fog, the sudden bouts of tears, the feeling of being trapped in a cycle of almost, there is a confirmation that your Red Sea moment is imminent. Your exhaustion is the proof that the battle is real, but my presence here with you right now is the absolute proof that the victory is already decided in the courts of heaven. This system of oppression is being overloaded by my glory. And as you enter into this 24-hour silence, every chain that has caused these symptoms will begin to melt away. You're not losing your mind, and you're not failing. You're being refined for a level of authority you have never known before. Be still, for the siege is ending. Your silence. My beloved is not a sign of weakness or surrender to your enemies. In the kingdom I've built, silence is the highest form of authority. It is the posture of a king who knows his word is final and does not need to shout to be heard. When you stop your frantic explaining, when you cease your desperate defense, you're actually stepping out of the way so that I can step in. Understand this mystery. As long as you are speaking, as long as you are trying to convince the world of your innocence or your worth, I am standing back, honoring your choice to handle it yourself. But the moment you become still, the moment you close your lips and trust me with your reputation, I take up my sword. When you go quiet, I begin to roar. Your silence is the invitation for the creator of the universe to become your vindicator. It is the ultimate act of faith, a declaration that you believe my hand is more capable than your tongue. Stop fighting the people you see with your physical eyes, for they are merely instruments used by a deeper darkness. When you argue with them, you are only fighting the symptoms of a much older pattern. My strategy for you in these next 24 hours is to bypass the human vessels and strike at the roots of the residue that has clung to your bloodline. I'm not calling you to be a doormat. I'm calling you to be a commander who knows when to hold the line. By remaining silent, you are refusing to give the enemy the fuel he needs to keep the fire of conflict burning. You are starving the chaos. While the world interprets your quietness as defeat, I see it as the alignment of your spirit with my throne. In this stillness, I am scouring the residue of past failures and the stains of ancestral struggles from your soul. I am clearing the atmosphere around you, so that when you finally do speak, your words will carry the weight of heaven, manifesting miracles with a single breath. Trust the process of the quiet, for in this void, I am creating a new world for you. Come deeper into the secret place. My chosen one, for I am calling you to a level of intimacy and power that the world can neither give nor understand. I have spoken it since the foundations of time. Be still and know that I am God. This is not merely an invitation to rest. It is the activation of your greatest spiritual weapon. When you enter this inner sanctuary of silence, you are not retreating from the battle. You are ascending to the high ground where the victory has already been won. In this secret place you are covered by my feathers, and under my wings you shall find refuge. Here your human words are traded for my divine authority. I am the potter, and in this stillness I am smoothing out the cracks in your heart and the fractures in your spirit. You are being refortified. The noise of the world seeks to distract you because the enemy knows that a quiet soul is an unstoppable force. In the secret place, I am whispering the strategies for your future and the blueprints for the wealth and peace that I have promised you. As you commit to these 24 hours of stillness, understand that I am setting in motion a seven-fold mechanism of protection. Each hour of your silence acts as a layer of divine armor being forged around your destiny. The first layers work to silence the voices of the past, the guilt, the shame, and the labels that others have tried to pin on you. As you move deeper into this time frame, the layers begin to target the present, dismantling the schemes of those who currently work against you and clearing the spiritual atmosphere of your home. The final layers are prophetic, sealing your future and ensuring that the blessings I have assigned to you cannot be diverted or stolen. You do not need to shout to get my attention. I'm already here dwelling within the quiet. Your silence is the key that unlocks this weapon upgrade. It is the proof that you have stopped trying to be your own God and have finally allowed me to be your Lord. While you remain quiet, my spirit is moving through every area of your life, breaking every chain and preparing you to carry the weight of a blessing so large that your enemies will be forced to acknowledge my hand upon you. My beloved, before I reveal the depths of the blessing and the specific restoration coming to you, I require an act of faith to seal this moment in the heavenly courts. Do not remain a silent observer while your destiny is being rewritten. This is your moment to step out of the shadows and declare your presence before my throne. If you are ready to let go of your own strength and allow my power to take over, type this now in the comments. Divine fire, cover me now. This is not merely a comment. It is a spiritual seal, a marking of your territory that tells the kingdom of darkness you are under my protection. If you are desperate for a double restoration of everything the years have stolen, add the number 7007 to your declaration. By doing this, you are opening the gates of heaven over your life and inviting my consuming fire to burn away every chain that has held you back. I also ask you to tap the like button right now as a sign of divine agreement. In the spirit realm, agreement releases momentum. When you like this message, you are signaling to the heavens that you stand in unity with my word and my timing. This simple act of clicking is a physical manifestation of your internal yes to my will. Furthermore, I invite you to join this family of believers by subscribing to this channel. This is not about numbers. It is about choosing a rhythm of peace and protection for your daily life. By subscribing, you are planting yourself in a garden where my word is constantly spoken, ensuring that your shield remains strong and your spirit remains fed. Do not hesitate, for the momentum is building and the first seal of your breakthrough is being set even as you move in faith. My chosen one, I'm giving you a command in this very moment. Look up. Lift your eyes from the glowing screens that have captured your attention and drained your peace. Lift your eyes from the stacks of bills that whisper lies of lack and poverty. Lift your eyes from the faces of those who have betrayed you and the digital echoes of their criticism. For too long, you have been looking horizontally, seeking validation from people who are just as broken as you are, and searching for solutions in the very places where your problems were created. I am calling for a vertical alignment. When you look down at your circumstances, they appear like giants, but when you look up at me, you realize that I am the one who holds the giants in the palm of my hand. Your focus is your currency. Stop spending it on things that make you feel bankrupt. I am your source, your provider, and your very great reward. Disconnect from the noise of the world and reconnect with the heartbeat of heaven. Your breakthrough is not found in the opinions of men, but in the gaze of your Creator. Shift your atmosphere. Now, do not wait for your feelings to change or for the storm to pass before you choose to align with my spirit. The atmosphere of your life is controlled by what you choose to behold. If you behold the problem, you invite the pressure. If you behold me, you invite the power. I am calling you out of the valley of shadows and onto the mountaintop of my perspective. From where I sit, your debt is already paid, your healing is already manifested, and your enemies are already defeated. Stop rehearsing the details of your pain and start rehearsing the magnitude of my promises. The pressure of the world is designed to make you bow your head in shame, but I am the lifter of your head. Feel the weight of the world falling off your shoulders as you turn your face toward my light. This is not just a change of thought. It is a spiritual relocation. You are moving from the realm of the seen to the realm of the unseen, where nothing is impossible. Breathe in my peace. Breathe out the struggle. This vertical shift is the prerequisite for the miracles that are about to explode in your life. Prepare yourself. My beloved, for the heavens are opening and the 7 rounds of divine fire are descending upon your life at this very moment. This is the core of our warfare, the holy furnace where your chains are consumed and your destiny is purified. As we begin the first round, I am releasing my fire to break the voice of intimidation that has been screaming against your peace. I see the arrows of accusation, the whispers of slander, and the cold weight of criticism that have tried to make you feel small and unworthy. Right now, I silence every tongue that rises against you in judgment. I am burning away the labels that were never yours to carry. Feel the physical manifestation of this deliverance as the tension held in your jaw and the stiffness in your neck begin to melt away under the warmth of my presence. The voice of the bully, the voice of the past, and the voice of the accuser are being incinerated in the flames of my truth. You are who I say you are, and my word is the final authority over your name. As the second round of my fire intensifies, I am dismantling the thick fog of confusion that has surrounded your mind and blocked your vision. You have felt lost in a gray world, unable to make decisions or see the path ahead. But I command my divine clarity to pierce through those walls of uncertainty right now. I'm burning the cobwebs of indecision and the shadows of doubt that the enemy planted to keep you paralyzed. Breathe in deeply, my child, and feel your breath becoming cool and clear as the mental haze evaporates. I am giving you the mind of Christ, a mind of power, love, and a sound judgment. The confusion that made you question my love and your purpose is being replaced by a sharp, supernatural insight. You will see what others cannot, and you will hear my directions with a new frequency. The gray walls are crumbling, and the horizon of your future is becoming bright and defined as my fire clears the way for your next great step. Now let the third round of my holy fire reach down to the very ground you stand upon, for I am severing the chains of stagnation that have kept you bound in the same cycles of lack and delay. You have felt like your feet were trapped in invisible mud, watching others move forward while you remained stuck in the same battles for years. I declare that the invisible walls holding your feet are burning into ashes in this very second. The spirit of almost there, but never quite reaching, is being evicted from your territory. Feel the lightness returning to your feet and the heavy leaden sensation in your legs vanishing as my fire restores your mobility. I am breaking the curse of the plateau and the rhythm of the wilderness. You are no longer standing still. You are being propelled forward into a season of rapid advancement. The barriers that once seemed insurmountable are now nothing but smoke in the wind of my spirit. In this fourth round, my fire enters the very fabric of your being to clean the biological residue of the battles you have endured. I see the stress stored in your cells, the excess cortisol flooding your system, and the way your nervous system has been locked in a state of fight or flight for far too long. I speak my peace to your biological systems right now. Every cell aligned with the frequency of heaven. I'm washing away the chemical traces of trauma and the physical memory of exhaustion. Feel a gentle, rhythmic electrical current running down your spine, soothing your nerves and recalibrating your heart rate to the rhythm of my grace. I am your great physician, and I'm making you fireproof from the inside out. Your body is the temple of my spirit, and I am flushing out every toxin of worry and every residue of fear, restoring you to a state of divine health and vibrant energy that will sustain the weight of the glory I'm about to reveal. The fifth round of divine fire is now closing the open doors of fear that have allowed the enemy access to your peace. I am moving through your history, shutting the doors that your ancestors may have opened through compromise, and I am sealing them forever with my blinding light. No longer will the fear of the future or the dread of death have a foothold in your heart. I am severing the cords of anxiety that have made your chest feel tight and your spirit feel trapped. Feel your ribcage expand and your lungs fill with the air of freedom as the sensation of being smothered is lifted away. You are being enclosed in a fortress of fire where the spirit of fear cannot enter. I am replacing your trembling with a holy boldness and your worry with an unshakable confidence in my sovereignty. The doors of the past are locked, and I have given you the keys to a future where fear is nothing more than a memory. In the sixth round, I am neutralizing the sabotage and the hidden obstacles that have been rerouting your blessings away from your house. I am exposing the secret traps and the invisible blockages that were set to derail your success. My fire is acting as a divine searchlight, bringing to light everything that was hidden in the shadows. I am rerouting the flow of favor, finance, and friendship back to your door. I am removing the burdens you were never meant to carry and the galled weights of responsibility that belonged to others. Feel your shoulders drop and the heavy yoke of sabotage break into pieces as I lift the pressure off your life. I am vindicating you in the sight of those who sought your harm, and I am transforming the very obstacles they placed in your path into a grand staircase for your promotion. What was meant to destroy you is now being used to display my power within you. Finally, in the seventh round of this divine fire, I am activating the 24-hour acceleration of your destiny. While you remain in the beauty of your silence, I am running the race for you. I am compressing time and collapsing the distance between your prayer and its manifestation. The delay is over. The shift is happening in the blink of an eye. Look within and see your mind becoming as bright and radiant as the dawn illuminated by the fire of my presence. This is the round of the miraculous, where the things that take men decades to achieve will be accomplished in a single day by my hand. The 24-hour miracle shift has begun, and as this fire completes its work in you, you are stepping out of the furnace not smelling of smoke, but shining with the brilliance of my gold. The core warfare is won, and the acceleration of heaven is now your new pace of life. My child, you have reached the midpoint of this divine encounter, and I want you to pause and feel the atmosphere shifting around you. The fires of purification have done their work, and the ground you stand on is now holy and secured. You are halfway through the ritual of silence, and already the chains that held your ancestors are becoming brittle and breaking. This is your midway victory, the moment where the enemy begins to flee because he can no longer find a foothold in your soul. To solidify this victory in the physical realm, I require you to speak your authority into existence once more. Type it again in the comments right now. No door is open to fear. Your words are not just letters on a screen. They are legal decrees in the court of heaven. By typing this, you are locking the doors I've just closed and ensuring that no shadow can creep back into your sanctuary. Your silence in the world is being balanced by your roar in the spirit. Now I ask you to press the like button once again. Let this divine shield reach others who are currently battling in the shadows of silence. Your agreement acts as a beacon, drawing in those who are lost and providing them with the same light that is now illuminating your path. Your like is an act of spiritual charity, sharing the protection you have received with a world that is starving for peace. And I invite you to subscribe to this channel now. Consider this your commitment to a new rhythm of life, a rhythm where protection, clarity, and peace are not occasional visitors, but your daily reality. By joining this family of the chosen, you are making a choice to stay aligned with the frequency of my voice every single day. Do not let this momentum fade. The victory is unfolding, and as you seal this midpoint, you are preparing your heart for the restoration that is about to overflow into every area of your existence. We are not just finishing a message, we are establishing a new kingdom within you. Now, my beloved, I want you to feel the temperature of the room change as the intensity of the warfare softens into a gentle, holy stillness. The sound of the wind and the fire has passed, and in its place comes the whisper of my peace. Imagine the frequencies of heaven, a deep and resonant harmony washing over your mind like a cool, clear stream. You have been in a state of high alert for so long that your soul has forgotten what it feels like to simply be. But right now, I'm dropping the atmosphere of my throne room directly into your current space. This is a peace that surpasses all human understanding, a peace that does not depend on your circumstances being perfect, but on my presence being constant. Let the noise of the world fade into the background. Every racing thought is being quieted by my hand. I'm stroking your weary head and telling you that you can finally let go. The storm hasn't necessarily ceased its raging outside, but I have built a sanctuary within you that the storm cannot touch. This is the rhythm of creation, the heartbeat of the universe, aligning your pulse with mine. Breathe in this peace, my child. Take a deep, intentional breath and feel my spirit filling the empty spaces where anxiety used to reside. As you exhale, release the struggle, the need to control, and the desperate urge to fix what is broken. Peace is not just a feeling that comes and goes. It is your legal territory, a right given to you by the blood of the covenant. You are no longer a squatter in the land of unrest. You are a citizen of the kingdom of quietness. The enemy tries to convince you that peace is a luxury you cannot afford. But I tell you, it is the foundation of your authority. When you are peaceful, you are powerful. When you are still, you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness because you cannot be manipulated by fear. I'm establishing a boundary line around your mind, that the spirit of chaos is forbidden to cross. This atmosphere is your new home. You will carry this stillness with you into your sleep, into your work, and into every conversation. You are anchored in me. And from this place of rest, you will watch as I make every crooked path straight. My precious one, witness the great reversal that is unfolding in your life at this very moment. The enemy thought he could use your silence to isolate you, to make you feel forgotten and discarded in the wilderness, but he has severely miscalculated. What was intended as a prison of loneliness, I have transformed into a womb of preparation. I'm using this very quietness to promote you in the sight of those who look down upon you. While you were silent, I was advocating for you in high places. While you were still, I was moving the hearts of kings and decision-makers on your behalf. Every tear you shed in the dark has been collected in my bottle, and I am now pouring them back out as a refreshing rain of favor upon your parched land. The tables are turning. Those who mocked your stillness will soon marvel at your elevation, for when I lift a person up, no human power can pull them down. Hear my decree for your restoration, everything that the locusts have eaten, everything that was stolen from you during the last 7 years of struggle, I am returning to you in the next 7 months. This divine compensation begins in the next 24 hours of your silence. I'm restoring the years of lost time, the wasted opportunities, and the broken relationships that were severed by misunderstanding. I am giving you double for your trouble. The financial resources that were diverted, the health that was compromised, and the joy that was drained away are all flowing back to your house with interest. You are not just being brought back to where you were, you are being catapulted far beyond your previous limits. This is the after-battle shift, the moment where the spoils of war are distributed to the faithful. Walk with your head held high, not in pride, but in the humble realization that your vindicator has arrived to set everything right. My chosen one, the season of you begging for crumbs of validation and scraps of mercy from a world that does not know your name is officially over. Today, I'm performing a divine surgery on your identity, removing the tattered rags of the victim and dressing you in the royal robes of a commander. For too long, you have seen yourself through the lens of your scars, identifying with your trauma more than with my triumph. You have grown accustomed to the language of lack and the posture of the defeated. But I am telling you now, your scars are no longer marks of shame. They are your credentials of authority. You are not a survivor who barely escaped the fire. You are a conqueror who has been tempered and made fireproof by it. I have watched you wait at the doors of others, hoping for a kind word or a small measure of help. But from this moment forward, you will realize that you carry the keys to the very gates you were once knocking on. You are no longer the one asking for permission to exist. You are the one through whom my kingdom manifests. You walk covered now. There is a weightiness to your presence that wasn't there before, a divine gravitas that causes the spiritual atmosphere to shift the moment you enter a room. People will notice that you move differently. You no longer carry the frantic, jagged energy of the hunted, but the steady, calm pace of the one who knows the final outcome of every battle. Your eyes have been anointed to see possibilities where others see dead ends, and your heart has been strengthened to remain unshaken when the earth gives way. I have placed my signet ring upon your finger, and when you speak in alignment with my will, the hosts of heaven respond with Amen. Do not shrink back into the shadows of your old self or return to the safety of your smallness. Embrace this upgrade with holy humility. You are a commander in my army, a light bearer in the thickest darkness, and a steward of the miraculous. From this day forth, you do not go out seeking help from the world. You carry the help of heaven to a world in need. My beloved, receiving the victory is a holy moment, but maintaining that victory is a divine lifestyle. I have brought you to the mountaintop, but you must learn to walk upon these heights without slipping back into the valleys of the past. To keep the ground you have gained during this sacred encounter, I'm giving you 4 pillars of wisdom. The first step is to enter into digital silence for the remainder of these 24 hours. Your phone, your screens, and the constant stream of other people's opinions are the primary vehicles the enemy uses to re-inject the noise I've just cleared from your mind. By silencing your notifications and stepping away from the digital chaos, you are declaring that your attention is a sacred resource reserved for me alone. This is not a retreat of fear, but a fortress of focus. In this quietude, you will find that the clarity I've given you begins to take deep root in your soul, becoming an unshakable foundation for the days ahead. The second step is to refuse the bait of conflict. Be warned, my child, the enemy is frustrated because he has lost his grip on you, and he will attempt to provoke you through the words of others to see if you will break your holy silence to defend your ego. When the irritation rises or the unjust comment is made, do not bite. Your silence is not an admission of guilt. It is a demonstration of my authority within you. Let me be your defense while you remain in the rest of my grace. The third step is to capture the downloads of heaven. As the world's noise fades, my whispers will become clear blueprints, creative ideas, and strategic solutions for the problems that once seemed impossible. Keep a pen and paper near you, for I am speaking to you in the stillness about your finances, your family, and your future. These are the seeds of your upcoming prosperity. Finally, practice the prayer of the breath. Let every inhale be a conscious receiving of my spirit, and every exhale be a total release of any lingering worry. By following these steps, you are not just visiting the secret place, you are moving into it permanently. Walk in this wisdom, and the victory I've given you today will be your constant companion forever. It is finished. Every word spoken into your life today is now bound by the laws of heaven and sealed by the fire of my glory. The transition you have felt during this message is not a fleeting emotion. It is a permanent restructuring of your spiritual reality. What I have started in you over these past few moments, I will bring to full and perfect completion. The enemy has no power to steal what has been locked in by the Spirit of Truth. You are leaving this encounter as a fundamentally different person than the one who arrived. The 24-hour window of your holy silence begins the very moment this message ends. Do not fear the quiet, for I am the architect of the stillness, and I am building your future within it. The ancient chains are now ashes, the new doors are swinging wide, and the angels of my presence have been dispatched to your house to enforce the restoration I have promised you. It is done, and it is settled in the heavens forever. Before you step into your 24 hours of miracle shift, you must seal this prophecy for all eternity. Do not let the thief of doubt or the distractions of the world snatch away the seed I've planted in your heart today. Type this final seal in the comments right now. It is done. My future is guarded. By doing this, you are marking the day and the hour of your liberation in the record books of heaven. I also invite you one last time to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. By becoming a permanent part of this family of the chosen, you are ensuring that your lamp remains full and your shield remains polished as we walk together toward your destiny. What I have joined together today, let no shadow put asunder. Now do not stop here. To lock in this divine protection and learn how to maintain your ground, proceed immediately to the next video regarding victory in the dark. It contains the final keys to sustaining the breakthrough you have received. Go in peace, move in power, and walk in my absolute authority. Your 24 hours of silence starts now.